For this edition of Metro Talk, I'm Josh Laurion with WSIE. Where is there peace and comfort after facing tragedy or heartache? Edwardsville's own and new author Cindy Winters shares her road to recovery after the tragic loss of her husband, Pastor Fred Winters. 4 years ago, a gunman walked into First Baptist Church of Maryville and shot and killed Pastor Fred from his pulpit. Cindy, welcome to Metro Talk.
Thanks for having me.
You have a new book titled Reflections from the Pit, with a foreword by Sheila Walsh. Best-selling author Don Piper calls it a riveting and inspiring account of your life following Fred's murder. How has the book followed your life?
Well, it's just a real transparent and honest account of the walk that I've gone through since tragedy has struck me. It's just me basically allowing the reader to be able to see what it's been like to go through a walk of grief, of despair, but also to be able to see how a person can journey out of that as well.
In the first chapter of the book, you mentioned feeling trapped in unbelievable pain the moment you heard of Fred's death.
Mm-hmm.
When you were walking through the pit each day, did you ever feel alone?
Oh, many times. Yeah, I think that that's real common for someone who goes through tragedy and trauma and despair is just feeling very much alone and just trapped kind of in a torrid of pain where you're not really sure if you're going to be able to get out of it. I think that's one of the most difficult things about walking through grief.
Where were you able to find both comfort and peace?
You know, I would turn to God and I would find that peace would come to me. It wasn't always in that moment, but it would come in some form, in some way. And through all that, I found that I was able to trust God more, even though my life seemed like it was spinning out of control.
What was your motivation for putting this book together and sharing your journey?
Well, the only reason I wrote this book was because I really feel like that hurt and pain and kind of getting kicked in the teeth by life is the one thing that unites all of us, that we all in one way or the other will feel, the weight of pain, of loss, of sorrow in life. And it's what connects us. And I hope that by someone reading my book that they, first of all, they won't feel so alone. They won't feel like, I'm crazy and, that no one else was feeling this way, that they'll feel a connection there. And that they'll also see that, that there is a way to find hope and there's a way to have peace and joy in the midst of pain. I just simply hope that it helps somebody and that they will in turn be honest about what's going on inside of them and that they'll seek and that they'll find and that hopefully maybe they'll be able to find that there is a God who loves them no matter what they're going through.
Your book was released this spring and launched with a book signing held at the WSIE Theater here in Edwardsville. Cindy, where can our listeners get a copy of that book now?
Yeah, the best place is they can go to Amazon.com and just get it there, or they can go to my website, which is graceandhopeministries.org, and either those places would be able to get them to the book.
Author Cindy Winters. The book is titled Reflections from the Pit. For Metro Talk on WSIE, I'm Josh Laurion.